Yeah, welcome to another video. My name's Lee, I am the Walking Head, and I've got 35 subscribers on YouTube. Whoop whoop. And it's Saturday, the 13th of June, 2026. We'll all remember this May and June as a bit shit, won't we, I think. The UD's been up and down, up and down. Today we're going to be heading to Chew Reservoir. We're going to be going from home, heading northeast, going across to Chew Reservoir, and then what we'll be doing then, we'll be going back down Chew Road, which eventually leads down to Duststone Reservoir. What we're going to be doing, we're going to be finding a scramble called Wilderness Gully, which is in this book actually. It's page 44 in this book, and it came yesterday. Well, I ordered that one. It says Scrambles in the Dark Peak. I ordered Scrambles in the Lake District North, Scrambles in the Lake District South, and I've already got the Snowdonia one, which has got Trevanning stuff, Gribgoch, which we're doing this Saturday. I know I keep saying that, but it keeps getting called off because of the weather. So yeah, we'll be doing a little grade 1 scramble today. It's quite wet. And yeah, I'll keep you updated on that. Sorry about the weather. Yeah, the reason why I've called the video, I'll give it the title I'll give it, makes you think sometimes when you're stuck at home, especially when the weather outside your windows like this, you can see all the grey slaty tiles just wet through, and it just doesn't look inviting. But you sat there, you know, maybe an hour will go past, you're thinking, you know, I really could do with going out. Then another hour goes past, and before you know it, day's done, and you feel a bit low. I think there is some truth in the fact that sometimes if you do some things that you don't enjoy, it's likely to make you feel happy. Because you've kind of took that leap of faith, you took that step out of your comfort zone. You know, the sofa's not going anywhere, the sofa will be there when you get back. You know, Netflix, you can pause it. Pack your bag, get your waterproofs on, get out, just do something that doesn't necessarily scare you, but just tests your character. You know, and then the next time you might think, when you sat on the sofa, I did it the other day, so I'm going to do it again. You know, my skin's dried out, everything's dry, I can just go out there and I can do it again. So what I'm trying to say is, don't let the weather stop you from doing stuff like this. I mean, I've not seen one single person while I've been out, and it's a Saturday as well. So I think the vast majority of people, you know, will kind of sit inside their little comfort zone, stay dry. You know, some people don't need this kind of thing, getting out. I personally do. I think it works for me. It doesn't look massively inviting, just the picture there. But as you get closer to it, you'll see it. Just because it's a little bit further away, it just looks a bit misty. I had a look at the weather app earlier. I think it's meant to be clearing up maybe around about midday. But you know, it's no surprise that we have this kind of weather in the UK. There's no surprise at all. I think I've just got to face it head on and just get out there. I mean, as Alfred Wainwright said, the quote, "There's no such thing as bad weather, just not the correct clothing." I mean, if that's the case, I mean, I've got every single bit of clothing for every single, you know, weather. You know, whether it's hot, whether it's cold, whether it's wet, whether it's windy. So yeah, Alfred Wainwright, I'm with you, mate. I mean, I'm having a few problems with, let's just say, family at the moment. You know, mainly the older generation. Some people, without knowing it, when they see this kind of weather, it affects them mentally. Maybe they don't recognise that, and then they end up feeling frustrated, but they can't quite pin it why they feel frustrated. And it's because of this weather. You know, if your routine is going out every day, still go out when it's like this. Still go out. I mean, it's not cold, it's just wet, but you still need to get out there. You still need to, you know, see cows. You know, whether you get the joy from seeing a cow or whether you get the joy from seeing people. You're not going to see that sat on your sofa, constantly looking out the window going, change with the weather. I know it sounds a bit preachy and stuff like that, but it works for me. Can't see a soul, just hear a few birds, see a few sheep. It's amazing what happens when the rain stops. So there's a bird down there in the valley. It's just disappeared out of view. It's just come into view again. Just over near them sheep. And it's just landed. Oh, I wish I had brought binoculars now. I hope you enjoyed my 56-mile walk from Ashbourne to Glossop as well. Thank you for people who've watched that one. I think my feet have just recovered. It's about 2 weekends later. And I think I made a bit of a mistake as well, because I know my feet were absolutely killing me. And what I did, stupidly, I put some spongy kind of soles in there. And what that did, it just raised my foot up a little bit. And then my foot was pushed up against the top of the boot. And it took me a while to realise what I'd done. But I just thought, because I'm doing all them miles, I need a bit of comfort. But what it did, it just restricted my feet in my boot. And that's the reason why I ended up with sore feet. But yeah, there's a lesson for you. Don't put spongy soles in your boots, thinking it'll help. But that's a mistake that I've made, so you don't need to make it. And I won't be making it again. If you've ever been to Duffstone Reservoir, there's like, if you come in from the sailing club side, through the gate, and then instead of going left, doing like a clockwise route of Duffstone Reservoir, you go to the right, and it's like a road, it's called Chew Road, and it goes up there to the Chew Reservoir. I mean, if you want to walk up there, you know, be my guest, but it's just a bit dull. It's like tarmac, and I mean, it's nice views and stuff like that, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to come at it from the other side, drop down a little bit of the Chew Road, and then down into the valley, and then up the clough. Yeah, in the book, there's 4 or 5 wilderness cloughs. There's the Wilderness Clough East. Sorry, the first one you get to is a Wilderness Clough West, and that's what I'm doing. That's a grade 1. And then a little bit further up, like east, there's the Wilderness Gully East. And then there's another 3, I think. You've got the Wilderness Gully Far East, and then you've got the Far East, and then, yep, the Far East Gully. But I think them 3 are, you know, not worth looking at really, so it's the first 2. So the one I'm doing today is the Wilderness Gully West. I think it's about 12 miles in total, I think. Yeah, I just love it out here. Absolutely love it out here. And I've walked from home as well. You know, a lot of people might jump in the car. Like say, people go to Duffstones, people go to Mamtor. You know, they jump in the car, they park exactly where they want to walk and stuff. Do the little walk and then jump back in the car. You know. I've done my little bit for the environment today. Left my car at home. So yeah, sometimes if you have a little explore, there might be something good on your doorstep, like this. So just past Ogden Clough there on the way up to Chew Valley, and bit of a situation report. The Sportiva boots that I've got on are prominently approach boots, scrambling. They are not waterproof in the slightest. I know I'm going to take my boot off now, and water's just going to pour out. It's warm. It's not too bad. It's not too bad at all, really. Yeah. So yeah, just don't. I should have brought another pair of boots, shouldn't I? Really put them in my bag. There you go. Another lesson we've learnt today. Lesson 2. Bring a spare pair of boots. One for hiking, one for scrambling. I need to do a few more joinery jobs, and get another pair of hiking trail shoes, I think. Lighter, I can imagine it'd be a lot lighter and you know, I'm better in the summer months. But like I say, I mean, these Le Sportiva, I mean, you can see there, you can see there, can't you? I can feel it squishing about. I feel like Alan Partridge when he placed his foot on a spike. If there's any Alan Partridge fans out there. Weirdly, it was only my left foot for some strange reason. My right foot doesn't feel wet. I wonder if there's a fault in this shoe. I'll have a look when I get in. So over in that little hill there, it's called Wild Bank. It's a good little downhill for the mountain bike. I did do a ride and I put it on YouTube, but I had the camera at the wrong angle, so it just looks very, very frustrating when you're going downhill and you can only see the ground. So steep in parts. And you have to put a lot of faith in your brakes and a lot of faith in your balance as well. But yeah, so I'll do another one in the coming weeks when the weather improves. I've come off a couple of times on there as well. But yeah, it's good fun. It's good fun. When we get over the little crest of the hill there, I'm imagining seeing Chew Valley Reservoir and some rocky outcrop, and further to the left you'll see the Dovestone Reservoir as well over the tops there. It's quite boggy, so not the perfect place to be wearing these boots, the Sportiva scrambling approach boots. Just wear normal walking boots. I got a bit giddy, I must admit. I saw somebody on YouTube with them, so I thought, right, that's it, I'm having them, and now I'm paying the price. Well, I paid the price twice. So this, I think, is the top of the gully that we're going to be scrambling. And I think over that way, or maybe, yeah, maybe. We'll see. We'll be able to see when we get down there. So what we're going to do, we're just going to follow this little trail just around the edge of the valley. And then eventually it drops down. And then we'll be picking up Chew Valley, the Chew Road here, that you can just see going down. And I think just where them white things are there is where we make the approach to the beginning of Wilderness Gully. Wilderness Gully West. Yeah, Wilderness Gully West is the first one you get to. So yeah, onwards we go. Hopefully it's not too wet. I mean, it's going to be wet. It's not going to be dry, that's for sure. I think we're at the top now where we're going to be climbing up. Just careful up here. Yeah, that'd be the quick way down, wouldn't it? So I think this is the gully that we're going to be coming up. Oh yeah, this is more like it, isn't it? And you've got Dovestone down there, Dovestone Reservoir. A lot of people might miscall it Dovestones. It doesn't have an S in it, folks. It's just called Dovestone Reservoir. Yeah, so Le Sportiva, not good hiking boots in these conditions. But this isn't a bad review. This should be a bad review of me wearing them on a day like this. But when it comes to the climbing aspect of them, probably the best around, aren't they? I'll see you at the bottom there. So yeah, we just made it all the way along the ridgeline there, and then we started to come down, and then we find ourselves on Chew Road. Now I think this one here, there's quite a faint line. I think that's one of the 4 east, whether it's the 4 east or the furthest one east, if that makes sense. This is where we're likely to see more people now, down this side. But obviously when we get onto the scramble itself, I don't think we'll be seeing anybody at all, so we'll have the place to ourselves. This is the grade 2, so this is the Wilderness Gully East, and I can see a couple of people about 2/3, maybe 3/4 of the way to the top there. Obviously that's scrambleable today, we can see people are up there. And this is the one that we're interested in today, which is just to the right. So this is the west So we'll see how we get on with that today. I mean, the path itself, the footpath itself, isn't obvious. You can see just down there the faint kind of grass where it's been trampled. I mean, between these two kind of little barrier things here is a good thing to aim for, I think. Get a gorgeous view of the scramble. I mean, it looks absolutely stunning, doesn't it? I've been past here, whether that's walking, whether that's on my bike. You know, I've been past here so many times. These things just don't register. But now, I mean, this is the reason why I've come out. This is where I'm heading. So I've got a sole focus just to do that. You know, I mean, the reason why I've come out today as well is to do this scramble, so. Okay, so we're at the foot of the Wilderness Gully west. Yeah, I keep getting mixed up. Over there, you can see the little scar on the hill, which is the Wilderness Gully east. And then obviously you've got the far east. But this is where we're going to be scrambling today. So this big rock here, you can see it from quite a way. This signifies the start of the gully. And obviously between the two, so we're going between these two little outcrops here. Sorry, did I just? Sorry, I didn't mean to do it that way. But you know what I mean. So we're now between the two little outcrops that we spotted at the bottom. There's one there, and there's one up there. This is forest, as you can see, it's quite easy going until you get to here. Well, I mean, I've not been up there yet, so I can't really give you my opinion on it. But you know, it's turned out to be. Remember the beginning of the video? I showed you quite a miserable skyline. I think it's changed now. We're a couple of hours into the hike. Birds are singing, sun's shining, and the rocks are calling. Pick my route here. Just looks a little bit too wet there. Probably the shortest route, that one I'd say. Oh, I can see somebody there. Are they making their way down? What the hell is that? Is that somebody's hair? Oh my God. I think we'll try this way. Hop up there, and then get to that next bit here, and then reassess it. Okay, so this is the Wilderness Gully East, which, I mean, the west, I was amazed how quickly I got up there. Amazed. The good thing about this area, you can do little mini loops and just keep doing it and doing it and doing it, which is good. Like I said, from the bottom there, it looked quite a long scramble, but you'll soon get up there. See what time it is when we get to the bottom, and we'll give the East Gully a go. Link. Yes. Because there wasn't any challenging bits in there really for a grade 1 scrambler anyway, who wants to kind of push himself that little bit further. I'd say that's on a line with maybe Grimesbrook Clough. Not as long, but as technical as Grimesbrook, I'd say. For me, nothing scary. Nothing scary. So this is the one that we're heading to now. This is the one we've just done. So this one's a grade 2. So we're going to give that one a go. So we'll see you at the bottom. So we're now at the foot of Wilderness Gully East. Obviously the west is just a little bit further down there, so the next one along. This is the grade 2, so I just need to be a bit more, take my time a little bit on this. It could be some quite technical bits, but yeah. So there's a big, like almost copper kind of rock face there that marks the beginning of it. But yeah, here we go. Whew. There you go, last bit of the Wilderness Puff East. Keep forgetting it. Definitely a grade 2, especially when it's wet like this. There's a few quite scary bits. So yeah, There's a bit where I had to stop and really have a think about how I'm going to kind of get up this bit. But like I say, having the guy there was good. Just having somebody to do it with, that was good. But yeah, all good.